back to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Thank you, Daniel. So we've been through a lot since we've been on our hiatus. There's been a lot that's happened. There have been some big planets that have made moves. I'll kind of talk about that more next week to give you guys that grand overview, because I really want to just be able to hop in and speak about what's happening now, what we're feeling right now, and how real everything is feeling, because as I just spoke to you, the sun is in Virgo, and this is a sign that feels real. It's the intensity of reality. It is all of the systems. It's how systems can be seen in its entirety, how they can be broken down. And so we are now with the sun in Virgo. We've been in this with this for the last few days. Also, we just had on Saturday a new moon in Virgo, which was also very powerful. And it's a really good time, and you can still kind of work with the effect of the energies. It's kind of fading as of this evening, but it's a great time to set expectations around what Virgo rules, which is routines, again, reality, the mind, all of these elements. And it's really, when I think about my ascendants in Virgo, one of the qualities of Virgo that I appreciate but also drives me crazy is the perfectionism that comes up. And so I definitely feel like not just me or people who have Virgo in their chart or Virgo placements, the house that Virgo built in their chart, wherever that may be, we're going to feel this very much so in a lot of ways. So with that said, Mercury is currently in Leo. We just came off of a retrograde a week ago. Feels like it was a while ago. But we just came off a retrograde in Mercury that was in Leo. So when we had that Mercury retrograde Leo, we were going through kind of how we need to upgrade, what we need to get rid of, and how we speak about love, because Leo represents love. It represents how we give love. It represents how we receive love. And Leos can be dramatic as well, too. It's the dramatic sign of love as well, too. So with that retrograde we just had, it's likely that a lot of relationship issues came up during that time, but it has since gone direct. And so we're kind of vibing with this energy of being able to communicate from a more heart-centered space, communicating from a more authentic space, communicating our needs more as well, too. So that's definitely been a theme. And then Venus has been in Cancer, and it actually just moved into Leo today. So it's interesting. Mercury and Venus are both in Leo at this time. And with Venus in Leo, again, those qualities, Venus represents love, how we give and receive love, how we connect with others in that way too. So that energy of Leo is kind of doubled down in that way. We're communicating from that space of love with Mercury. And now we're also being able to, feel out love and understand love from a deeper perspective with it being in Leo as well too. So that's kind of playing into our current energies this week as well too. And then also key is Mars is in Libra. So Mars is how we take action. Mars is how we're able to move forward. And it's in Libra. So we're really focused right now on relationships. This is something too where as we're taking action, we're keeping relationships in mind, likely understanding where relationships are serving us or maybe not serving us in certain ways. And so really interesting energies, but I will say the outer planets, the ones that have made bigger moves, Saturn just recently moved into Aries. There's been some bigger things that represent this really transformational time that we're going through right now. So just recognize that right now too with Virgo, as we're going through with the sun in Virgo, this is also going to make things, and I know I've said this in so many ways, but it's going to make things feel real. The real problems will come forward. The reality of the situation will be clear, and things will start to be able to be identified so that as we move forward from here, we're able to better integrate and identify what may be challenging us, what may be holding us back in certain ways, and allowing us to better be able to understand ourselves and move forward. So with all of that said, that's the astrology of the moment. I have went ahead and pulled a card a day for this week. So I kind of want to speak to that for a moment as well too. So for today, we have the Three of Wands reversed. And also, just so everyone's aware, I had to retire my old deck. I've been using it for over a decade. The box was starting to fall apart. They were getting dirty, and I wasn't necessarily able to clean them as much. So that one's been retired and likely just going to be one that gets to sit on my altar moving forward. But I have moved forward with this is kind of what I've decided to move forward with, which is holographic tarot. So we're back to more traditional looking cards, but eventually I will get the deck that I had before, and hopefully we'll get those because I love being able to see it from that other perspective. Anyways, with all that said, Monday's energy, Three of Wands reversed. So this is a day where I would say likely you're going to have some derailing happening, and it's more derailing you to where the actual problem is the way that it feels. So you may have woken up this morning with plans of this is what I was going to do, this is what I'm going to accomplish, this is what I want to make happen. You had everything ready for it, and then the day turned and shifted on you. So you're still able to come out of today accomplishing likely what you needed to accomplish more so than what you wanted to accomplish. But there is that energy of kind of coming up against a wall today. And that is going to lead us into tomorrow, Tuesday, with the 10 of Wands. So tomorrow is a day where responsibility will feel heavy, where we're going to feel the burden of what we're having to carry, and we're likely going to feel the burden of what we're caring for other people too. There might be some energy that comes up that makes you realize, oh, I really don't like doing this anymore. This is my responsibility. I need to let this go. And that card would recommend in saying it's highlighting what you're burdened with. So that way you can identify am I needing to own this? Is this mine to own? Yes or no? And then you can let it go. Because this card is all about being able to let go of what's no longer serving you and really being able to move forward so that you can focus on what you want to focus on. And then moving forward into Wednesday, we have the Page of Wands upright. So this is definitely a inspirational day. I would say a day of creativity, a day where creative inspiration may strike as well too. Especially with that Leo energy, the more that you can lean into that authenticity as an experience and authentic love for self, for others, for your life, for each of those things, you're going to be able to really receive some divine messages from the universe around creation, about being able to create, being able to create more in your life as you move forward. And then what's interesting as we move forward into Thursday, we have the Death card. So with Death showing up on Thursday, this is likely a pivotal day this week where there will be a big shift, a huge change, likely news coming in that things are shifting, things are changing. And I always see the Death card as that positive. The Death card is taking away what is no longer serving, what is likely you're wanting to let go of, to release. And sometimes there may be challenges with it when it comes along with that as well too, but I like it how Wednesday's really about inspiring you to what do you want to move forward into, and then Thursday's more about realizing what do I need to let go of so that I can create more of this with that energy. And then looking to Friday, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. So there's likely going to be some grief that comes up, I would say, likely from whatever processes come through on Thursday, and to really let yourself sit with that, let yourself process. Virgo is also very much body aware. They don't represent the body so much, but it is body aware. And so this is a really key time with the sun in Virgo for you to be able to not only move your emotions, but move those emotions out of the body, move that energy out of the body, move that old stagnant hurt, that karmic energy, whatever, that trauma may be. Friday's a really good day to do that, but just know that this gives me the, it's a grief day. It's a buy an extra box of tissues day. Let yourself release that grief as it comes through. And then looking to Saturday, we have the Hermit card. So this is also interesting, the week that we've led up to so far with the Hermit. Saturday is going to be a really internal day. You maybe, if you have plans to be with others, you're likely not necessarily going to want to. It is kind of an internal day, and it's a day of seeking truth. So as this grief gets processed, as you allow yourself to shift and change in the ways that you're wanting to change and bringing in more of that creative energy, this is going to help you to direct that. This is going to help you to understand your truth, your lantern of truth, the lens through which you see the world. And that is going to allow you to better approach these creative things. This is going to allow you to better release the identity that maybe you're needing to let go of, that Thursday is going to bring up. And as you release that grief, it's going to really allow you to step into your power and authenticity to see the truth as you see it through your lens, your own lens, so to speak. And then lastly, on Sunday, we have the Page of Swords reversed. So this is likely a day where more thoughts may come through. Again, pages are messengers, so there may be some news that comes through on Sunday. And this, to me, it's interesting. This also gives me still a little bit of challenging vibes. Like maybe this is going to be some of the leftovers from Tuesday in letting go of certain stuff or setting some healthy boundaries. But I feel like this is going to serve you, and it's really important that you don't identify too much with what the thoughts are that are coming through. That there's more ego being channeled on Sunday, more ego coming through. And so it's kind of I don't want to say test of sorts, but it's a way for you to recognize how much am I in my authentic self and understanding my authentic self, and how much am I in my ego and letting my ego say, oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I'm challenged by this. Oh, I'm XYZ in all of those ways. So really interesting week ahead. I wish you all the best with how that energy is going to come through. And I'm interested to see how it's going to play out for me as well too. So yeah.